Here are your papers, Mr. Whitney. I'm sorry they took so long to get here.
Thank you, Chrissy. I'm sorry that uniform took so long in getting here. Well, it's still a little bit long, but it's got certain charms.
Thank you, Mr. Whitney.
Yes, you really brighten up the morning. Yeah, it's a bright morning in many ways. Have you seen this?
No, sir.
Don't let anyone tell you that there is no such thing as justice. This headline is a sight for sore eyes. So are you a sight for sore eyes, as a matter of fact. Turn around.
Pardon?
Well, you know, turn around. I want to see the total effect.
Well, okay. I think it's a little tight, though.
Yes, Chrissy, it certainly is.
Excuse me. Am I interrupting a fashion show or a little striptease?
Mrs. Whitney, I'm sorry.
Sorry I got up so early?
Well, actually, it's not that early, dear. As a matter of fact, Chrissy was just asking me about lunch.
Oh, right. I wanted to know if I could serve you something.
Well, Chrissy, why don't you serve it topless? I'm sure my husband would just love that.
Well, as a matter of fact, I told Chrissy that she could forget about lunch.
Chrissy, could you bring me some fresh coffee, please?
Oh, right away. Coffee.
Well, you see, dear, there is life before lunchtime.
Wild life, obviously. If I had known this kind of thing was going on so early in the morning, I'd start getting up at the crack of dawn.
Now, come on,
now
dear.
I know
Don't
why
make something out of nothing.
You love to have me sleep late so you can play fun and games with the parlor maid.
We have only one maid.
Well, something tells me she's not going to be around for long.
Now, I'm not going to let you ruin the great mood that I'm in. As a matter of fact, that is the reason that I had Chrissy forget about lunch today. It's because I want to take my lovely wife out for lunch.
I'm not dressed properly for a fancy lunch.
Then we won't go someplace fancy. We'll go slumming. We'll go to that country and western place I'm talking about.
Sid's?
Yeah, Sid's. Now, come on, let's see that wonderful smile.
Tell me something first. Was it Chrissy's cute little body that put you in such a good mood today?
No. It was this. Gavin Wiley is behind bars. At last.
Here goes, here, Wally.
The Edge of Night is brought to you by new cushion-quilted Pampers, the driest Pampers ever, and by today's Pringles, with the delicious deep-fried flavor.
1 and 2 and... I've got the fever for the flavor of a Pringle.
The fever for the flavor of a Pringle?
It's the deep-fried taste.
It's the crispy crunch.
That's Pringles, please, I need a bunch. We've got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
Just wait till you taste today's Pringles. The deep-fried flavor's so delicious, you'll catch the fever. No preservative, nothing artificial.
I've got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
It's the deep-fried taste. It's the crispy crunch.
Pass the Pringles, please. I need a bunch.
We've got the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
Regular, light, rippled.
You'll catch the fever for the flavor of a Pringles.
I'm financial director of the Gilbert family. My job's to stop our money from going down the drain. Not easy, because I want what's right for my family. And that means new cushion-quilted Pampers for Jenny. Oh, I tried those so-called bargain brands, and you know what? They're no bargain. Pampers keeps my Jenny a lot drier. And dryness is what I want for my baby.
Look, wet a Pampers and the average bargain brand. Now wait. Slip in a blotter. Pampers' cushion-quilted lining helps keep babies a lot drier.
Here's our bathing beauty.
Hand me her diaper.
Cushion-quilted Pampers.
She loves their dryness.
New cushion-quilted Pampers keep a little baby a lot drier.
I know you were expecting Jody. She told me she's coming to see you.
Yeah, this afternoon.
Well, that's why I thought I could come this morning. I was hoping you wouldn't mind. You don't mind, do you?
Oh, no. Bobby, I don't mind. I'm glad to see you. How you doing?
I can't stand seeing you like this.
Then why'd you come?
Well, I guess it's because it's better than not seeing you at all. Anyway, I had a few minutes before work. I'm back at Sid's.
Oh, yeah? Oh, yeah, I'm happy for you. It's good.
Well, you know, just part-time, temporarily till I can find something else.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Jody told me how it happened, you getting caught. You know, that was really... I mean, you took an awful chance.
You were gonna say it was stupid. Maybe it was. You know me, Bobby. I just had this here. I couldn't keep on running, could I?
No, I guess not.
And besides, it's the best thing. At least that's what everybody keeps telling me. I see myself sitting in the state penitentiary serving a 20-year life and keep telling myself, it's for the best, kid. It's for the best. Hey, come on, Bobby. Give me a break. I'm trying to get around. Come on.
Yeah, I asked Jody what you guys were doing in the Whitney mansion. She said something about a watch.
Yeah, we were really desperate to find out the time, so we had to break in.
Please, Gavin, explain it to me.
Jody thought that she'd seen Gunther with a pocket watch that belonged to Sky Whitney the day that Gunther was shot. But she was wrong. It wasn't the same watch.
But what's so important about the watch?
It wasn't found on Gunther's body. We figured we could find it in Sky Whitney's bedroom, but we didn't.
What if you had found it? I mean, what would that prove?
Well, it might have proved that Sky was there and took it off Gunther's body. He was there when Gunther died. I mean, I'm still the guy who pulled the trigger, but we figured my sentence would be lighter if we could prove that Gunther didn't die from the shot.
Gavin, if only you could prove that.
Well, that's what the watch was gonna do, you know, but it didn't. The damn thing played a different tune. It played Old Lang Syne. You know how that goes, don't you? Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind?
Yeah, I know how that goes. Gavin, I'll never forget you.
What are you doing here?
Well, Kelly, what a coincidence.
I work here. What's your excuse?
I was working here, too. I'm the official photographer for Nancy Carr's pictures.
Are you shooting publicity stills?
Yeah, I'm sure it was your aunt's idea, too, for which I am very grateful. Well, you look like you're off to a meeting.
Yeah, this one is much more pleasant, but I guess both of us are in a hurry, huh?
Yeah, I sort of am. But I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
Kelly, before you go, there's something you want to know.
Okay. What is it?
Well, Nancy and I got to talking about that test you wanted me to give Jim.
Yeah?
Well, it's all over and done with. I called from here.
And you asked him the nickname that he gave the caretaker at your father's clinic, right?
Yeah, I told him that I had forgotten it and then I needed my memory jogged. And, he knew the name, Kelly.
He did?
Yeah, he remembered that we called him Rumpelstiltskin.
Well, I guess that means...
It means that he's Jim Dietrichson. I guess there can't be much doubt about that.
Well, you may not have doubt, but I still have some.
I'm sorry you feel that way. Are you gonna mind terribly if I, have dinner with him sometime next week?
Mine? Of course not. Why should I?
Kelly, please don't...
Look, you really don't have to ask my permission for what you do, okay? I really got to get to this meeting. So you're waiting on tables now?
Yep. Adam and Eve on a raft and hold the mayo. Well, actually, it's a lot classier place than that.
If you don't mind my saying, your resume is really vague in places. What is this outdoor sports spectacular?
Oh, that, right. I was a cheerleader.
From what team?
Prescott Panthers.
I don't recall them being in the Eastern Conference.
They were a high school team, but we had some great yells. Maybe you'd like to hear some.
No. Why don't you just save them for later? Truth is, Mitzi, you don't have any professional experience, right?
With the Fisher-Price Adventure People, your older children can blast off into space in the Alpha Probe. They can search the oceans with the Sea Shark Adventure Team.
Shark-sighted ahead.
They can do wheelies and speed off in the wheelie dragster. They can go on the most exciting adventures a kid can imagine with the Adventure People by Fisher-Price.
How do the Morgans clean their rug?
By spending $12.50 on a steam machine.
But the Browns get the same-looking results.
With an easier, less expensive way. Woolite Spray Foam Rug Cleaner. Woolite penetrates into rug fibers to clean ground-in dirt.
Oh, our rug looks clean.
Smells fresh, too.
We spent $12.50 on a steam machine.
Next time it's Woolite.
Use Woolite Spray Foam Rug Cleaner.
For rugs that can look steam machine clean.
All right, I just want you to really relax with this. Now just read it nice, clear, and easy.
This is a poem.
Yes, it is. I want to get your voice on the tape. You have a cute voice, just as cute as the girl it goes with. Okay.
The night is darkening around me. The wild winds coldly blow. But a tyrant's spell has bound me, and I cannot go. I have no idea what this means.
Well, you're doing fine. Just keep right on going.
The giant trees are bending, their bare boughs weighed with snow, and the storm is fast descending, and yet I cannot go. Cloud beyond clouds above me, wastes beyond wastes below, but nothing drear can move me. I will not, cannot go. I've got to go. It's almost lunchtime. I have 15 minutes to get to work, or Sid is gonna kill me.
Okay, you run along, Mitzi.
Thank you much, anyways. I wish you a lot of luck.
Aren't you gonna ask me when we start?
You mean you want me?
Well, the question is, do you want me? And because of you're one of my first applicants, I'm gonna make a special discount price.
It's terrific.
Can you afford $20 a week? Can you afford $15 a week? Well, if the class is big enough and you're as good as I think you could be, we could work out a free scholarship.
It would be wonderful. I'm so excited.
Okay, but don't get too excited because you might be the only one in the company. I've had a couple of other calls, so I don't think that's gonna happen. But
Well, when do you want to start?
well, we only need about a half dozen people, so why don't you give me a call tomorrow and we'll find out where we are.
Okay. I'll call you tomorrow.
Okay.
And thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And I'll call you tomorrow.
Yes. It was terribly sad about poor Dr. Bryson. A kind gentleman, How could a kind gentleman be such a criminal, as they say he was?
I wonder about it myself, Frau Miller. The doctor was very kind to me when I was here.
And how nice your face turned out. I'm so glad for you, Herr Dietrichson.
It's just too bad that Herr Doctor couldn't be here, so that I could thank him for what he did. Tell me, Frau Miller, what about all the rest of the people who used to work at the clinic? What's become of them?
Well, Nurse Wilhelm, she's working in a hospital in Zurich. And Nurse Nefaling, she's living with her cousin in Lindau. And old Dieter, he's been dead these past 2 years.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I still remember that you and Herr Weisson's daughter called the old man Rumpelstiltskin.
Yes, that's right. Good old Rumpelstiltskin. Good old Frau Mueller.
You want a bite, Pumpkin?
She can't chew that.
Whoops. You're the baby expert.
No, it's just right. Everything for Karen has to be just right. Even her clothes need special care.
Oh, so you washed them in this?
For that ivory snow softness. I think it's just right.
Ivory Snow starts with pure soap. That's what gives babies' clothes that ivory snow softness.
Soft.
Just right.
Ivory Snow, just right for babies' clothes.
Can anything make you stop using soap?
No way. When you discover the cleaner, feeling obsessed, you're gonna say no to your soap.
Hey, Zest pours on the lather.
It does rinse cleaner.
I'll test deodorant Zest. Soap here, Zest here. Rinse. Oh, soap feels tacky. Zest rinses cleaner. I feel cleaner.
When you discover the cleaner, feeling obsessed, you're gonna say no to your soap.
No. You invite me over for a friendly dinner, and look what I find.
Another glass.
Eddie, it's got lipstick on it.
And just after this greasy pan.
It's not my shade.
Dawn will handle it.
After those greasy dishes?
Try it yourself.
Water doesn't feel greasy, or my hands. And this glass looks as good as the first one.
Dawn's great, huh?
Now, about the lipstick.
What lipstick?
Dawn takes grease out of your way.
Well, you wanted to come here, don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah, I have a feeling I should have a big hat on and cowboy boots. Think Hopalong Cassidy is going to come hopping through the door?
Everybody loves the wet. I'm sure you'd love to see the Dallas Cowgirls come kicking in.
Oh, come on, can't you forget this morning?
Well, I don't blame you, but I know men, and I also know women, especially little tarts like Chrissy.
Oh, come on. That girl is as innocent as a lamb. I mean, she used to work in a convent before she came to work for us.
And I bet I know exactly what she was praying for.
Shall we see if the food is a little better than the ambiance?
Well, now, you folks ready to order?
Do we really look like folks to you?
Oh, well, sure do, like real nice folks. Of course, everybody looks like folks to me. Would you care to hear the specials?
Let me see if I can guess. Chili dogs, chipped beef.
Well, no, as a matter of fact, we have a blanquette de veau, chicken tetrazzini, and fresh shellfish salad.
I'm not very hungry. I think I'll just have a steak.
Steak, medium rare?
Yes, and I might as well have a baked potato.
Sour cream and chive?
And butter. And I'll have the vegetable, creamed spinach, and a salad with blue cheese.
You really ought to try and eat something. You're going to waste away, honey, like this.
Oh, I couldn't possibly eat anything else. Oh, a dessert souffle. Should I order that now?
Be a good idea. We have chocolate, raspberry,
Chocolate.
and chocolate.
And I will just have the steak rare. Now you can go wait on your other folks.
Bobby? Listen, I know you're busy, but would you take over table 2 for me, I don't think I like those people.
really didn't expect Chrissy to be so cute when Gunther hired her, you know. So the employment agency talked about the convict and all that.
Miss, do you think you can go back to the kitchen and see if you can find a clean fork? This looks as if you've used it to dig your potatoes.
Oh, sure. I'll take care of it.
I mean, I thought she'd be kind of mousy looking, you know, but she wasn't.
Raven, you've got nothing to worry about.
I don't trust women, and you're so susceptible. What I need around...
Here you are, sir. Sorry about that.
You haven't been here for a while, have you?
No, I was away for a while, and right now I'm only doing part-time. Do you need more rolls?
Yes, I'm starving. What I was going to say is what I really need around the house is someone who looks like that.
Try not to look so miserable, huh? Everything's going to be okay.
Is it?
I got a lawyer that's going to get me out of this jam. At least that's what he says.
You hired Cliff Nelson.
You don't approve, huh?
Gavin, I don't know that much about lawyers, but Cliff Nelson isn't the most experienced criminal lawyer in town, is he?
No, but that's why I think he's really going to do a good job. This case means a lot to him, Jody, don't you see? This is his chance to prove that he can do it without Draper Scott and Mike Carr.
Gavin, are you going to have to stay in here? What about bail?
There's a problem about bail, Jody.
If it's a question of money.
No, it's not money, it's me. I ran away from the law, and I didn't come back under my own volition.
Gavin.
The Cliff thinks that the court is going to think twice about sending bail because they think I'll run away.
But you wouldn't. We just have to prove that. We have to convince them. I can ask Miles to talk to Mike Carr. I mean, he is the DA, and they are friends.
Jody.
He can arrange something, Gavin. I'm sure of it.
Jody, things don't work that way. Mike Carr can't tell the court what to do.
I'm sorry. I just can't bear seeing you in this place.
It's the same thing Bobby said. Well, she was here this morning. She said that she'd been talking to you.
Yeah, she did. She wanted to know everything. She really is in love with you, Gavin. You know that, don't you? She'd do anything to help you.
Yeah, I know.
Do you know how much I love you?
Yeah, I do know.
So you saw Mike Carr, huh?
Yeah, I did. He was here when Cliff was here. He said that we'd both be better off if I changed my story.
Change it how?
About Gunther having his finger on the trigger. He said there just wasn't enough evidence to support it, and that Miles would tell the jury something different.
Miles won't say anything that's gonna hurt you. He couldn't.
He may not have any other choice, Jody. Maybe they're right. Maybe I am crazy. Maybe I did shoot Gunther from a distance. Maybe I just don't remember it right.
How could you forget something like that?
Maybe we remember things differently than they really happened.
Yeah. Like the watch that Gunther showed me. I wanted to believe so much that that was Sky Whitney's watch, and then it turns out that they're two different watches.
Two different watches?
It was our only hope, though, Gavin. I mean, it was our only chance. Now what we have to prove is that you did what you did for a reason.
No, two different watches. Don't you see? That's it, Jody. Most people have more than one watch, and Sky Whitney's rich enough to have 7 watches, one for each day of the week. I think he still has the watch that we're looking for.
A fresh idea is baking. You gotta be quick to catch a piece of quick bread. So wholesome and good, it just won't last.
Pillsbury Quick Breads with wholesome dates, cranberries, and nuts really taste homemade. Yet they go from box to oven in 3 quick minutes. Out of the oven, they go even quicker.
You gotta be quick to catch a piece of quick bread. Wholesome good. The freshest ideas are baking at Pillsbury.
Move over, Bacon. Now there's something meatier. Delicious sizzling.
Mmm, delicious. It is meatier.
Delicious sizzling. Swift makes it from leaner cuts of government-approved meat, and all that lean is all real meat. It's 50% leaner than bacon, so it's meatier.
Move over, Bacon. Now there's something meatier. Delicious sizzling. Tastes great.
Move over, bacon. Now there's something meatier. Delicious sizzling.
Tonight at 7, Fred and Julio are at it again. This time, the dispute is over the property line on Sanford & Son, followed by All of the Family at 7:30. Tonight, it's the grand opening of Archie's Place.
You know, I do wish that you'd forget about Chrissy and try enjoying your meal.
You seem to be enjoying yours.
No, I am. The steak is very, very good. Let's see what your stuff is like. It tastes better than it looks, believe me. Despite the kind of corny environment here, this place isn't half bad.
Well, I'm so glad you're enjoying yourself.
I am. I'm at peace with the world. Especially now that Gavin Wiley is behind box.
You excuse me for a minute.
Certainly. Miss?
Yes, Mr. Whitney.
Oh, you know who I am, do you?
Yes, sir. Can I get you something else?
No. As a matter of fact, food was quite good, but we're going to have to be leaving shortly. You can bring the check when you get a chance.
Sure. Glad you enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Whitney residence.
Hello, Chrissy. It's Mrs. Whitney.
Oh, Mrs. Whitney. What can I do for you?
Chrissy, do you know how to pack a bag?
Well, sure. Are you going on a trip?
No, darling. I'm afraid you are. I'd like you to pack your bags as soon as possible, preferably by the time we get home.
I don't understand.
It's very simple, darling. You're fired. We'll send your wages to your house.
Oh, Mrs. Whitney, why?
And take your sexy little uniform with you. Compliments of me.
Let's see. If I can make Fairfield by 5.
Here you are, sir.
Oh, thank you.
That was the watch. But that wasn't Old Lang Syne.
Kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits. I'm gonna get me some kibbles and bits. Kibbles and bits. I'm gonna get me some kibbles and bits.
Kennel Ration introduces Kibbles and Bits, a brand new idea. It's 2 new dog foods in 1. Kibbles, a new crunchy, meaty tasting dry, and Bits, a new chewy burger-style food. He'll crunch it, chomp it, absolutely devour it. Kibbles and Bits, 2 great new dog foods in 1.
Kibbles and bits, kibbles and bits. I'm gonna get me more kibbles and bits.
The following commercial contains scenes of such fun and excitement, parental discretion is advised.
For over 30 years, Shopper Toys has been making games this fun and exciting, even for kids who aren't quite old enough to read. Games like Ants in the Pants, Don't Spill the Beans, Don't Break the Ice, and Cootie. Games that are tried and true, which is why you trust a name like Shopper. Shopper Toys and Games, play favorites for over 30 years.
It's Errol Flynn Week here on Channel 48's Late Movie. In a motorcycle gang, tonight at 6 on The Incredible Hulk.